The Deputy Premier went to great lengths to try to distance herself from Charles McVety. On Thursday, she told the media she was uncomfortable with the suggestion that this government stands for racist or homophobic behaviour. Speaker, the Deputy Premier is more worried about the reputation of her government than the lives of queer and trans people and of Muslim Ontarians and others attacked on a constant basis by Mr. Charles McVety. Why is the Deputy Premier more worried about the brand of her party than the lives of queer and trans people constantly attacked by the hateful and bigoted Charles McVety? Thank you.
Mr. Colleges and Universities.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and very happy to rise and address this question. We believe in the rule of law. I've indicated that. We believe in the Charter. Perhaps my background, Mr. Speaker, as a lawyer myself, dealt with issues around the Charter all the time. Section 7 of the Charter, which guarantees fundamental freedoms to us all. Section 15, guaranteeing equality under the law. Guaranteeing equality for all.
Order.
We want to ensure
Order.
that we have fair processes for all. Fair processes that ensure that any individual, any organization, when applying for any kind of a license or a designation, has a fair and transparent process. It is not for any one individual to determine how a single individual will be weighed in these processes. What's important is that we have a fair process. We have that, Mr. Speaker. We have taken a ministerial consent process. We've taken a legislative process. We have married those two processes together. We've done it before. We did it with Algoma University. We did it with OCADU, and we've done it with 3 institutions in this legislation right now, Mr. Speaker.
Order. 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 Supplementary question.
Again to the Deputy Premier, hoping she'll answer this time. Speaker, Charles McVety claimed in 2010 that sex education would lead to queer adults preying on children. He said, quote, "They want to proselytize your children and mine, our grandchildren, and turn them into homosexuals," end quote. He suggested every queer person is a pedophile, and he spewed all of that vile hate while taking for himself and his son nearly $1 million from his college. Speaker, if the Deputy Premier is really worried about the brand of her party, she should be worried with the fact that Charles McVety's college requires members to sign a form proving that they're homophobic and transphobic. Will the Deputy Premier vote against this legislation to give Charles McVety an even bigger platform to spew his hatred and bigotry against queer and trans people? Yes or no? Thank you.
I'll ask the members to please take their seats. Minister of Colleges and Universities to respond.
Thank you again, Mr. Speaker. Again, Mr. Speaker, I can respect the question. I could respect where it comes from, because we can all respect the importance of equality. We can all respect the importance of ensuring that we have processes that are free of hate. But processes, Mr. Speaker, when any individual is applying for licenses or designation, require procedural fairness. They require that the rule of law be adhered to. They require a process that everybody can have an opportunity to have a part in, state their beliefs, state how they feel about it. That gives us the opportunity to make good, judicious decisions. We are here, Mr. Speaker, following a process. We are following the most transparent process there possibly is. Open debate in this House. We are following an independent review process, Mr. Speaker. There is no other process that exists that is more fair and accountable than the process we are following, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much.
Next question, the member for Orléans.